That's, yeah, I think so. And they go to Vancouver, the other big city out the west coast. And they play out there, and it's a tie. And they have no provisions. There's no overtime then in those days. So they leave Canada. Russia's ahead 2-1 with one tied, and they're going over to Russia, and they got a month, and then they're going to play in the big rink in Russia. And the rinks in Europe are bigger, right? It's a different game, slightly more ice room, better for the Russians, right? And the Russians are already up 2-1 and one tied. Right? Canada, the whole country's in total fury and depressed, and they can't believe it, right? And they're down on those guys, and it's just a state of war inside Canada. And those guys go to Europe to start training in Sweden and playing against other good European teams and get their game in order to play in the big rinks. And the ones who are really dedicated start to really show who they are, and they start to really work. They worked, and they knew the whole honor of the country is on their backs, and they got a month to actually get in shape and get their best game going, right? And they work like sons of bitches. And they get to Russia, and the Russians start playing games with them, right? It's cold. They're put in the hotel. They're not allowed to take their wives. They start finding stuff in their rooms, like, and the food they're getting. They have to start bringing their own food because they're not getting the good food that they want and stuff. There was a bit of stuff, games played with them, but they had a huge entourage, a lot of business, put money and put guys to protect them, because they knew there would be these games, right? And there was two, like the guys who run pro hockey, the Canadian businessmen who run pro hockey, they're tough guys. You probably know, right? They were famous families. The ones in Detroit, the famous tough families.